Are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering? If the answer is yes, then you're ready.
Ivan Provorov should never have been allowed to play tonight after what he did. If you didn't hear, tonight was Pride Night for the Flyers. The team wore rainbow-colored jerseys to be inclusive of the 2S LGBTQIA+ community, and Provorov made the very brave decision not to participate because he's standing up against including marginalized communities. Provorov took the coward's way out and hid behind his religion. His argument was basically, because of my religion, I can't put on that jersey. Listen, I've seen a lot of people defending Provorov, saying, look, it's an individual opinion. But from a technical standpoint here, I mean, it's the Flyers making a statement about inclusivity as a team, as an organization. If Provorov doesn't want to be on the team, look, that's fine. Freedom of speech. But guess what? You also can't play because you're not on the team. I'm tired of people like this being treated as martyrs or heroes because all they're doing is punching down on marginalized communities. I just see no defense for stuff like this. What a terrible message for the youth.
So, hey TikTok, my last video calling Ivan Provorov a female dog was removed for violating TikTok shit. But anyway, Ivan Provorov is a female dog. I can't wear a hockey jersey that has gay on it. You know what? Suck my winky. Suck my winky, you homophobe. Suck my winky, you homophobe. Go Flyers.
I'm sorry, you think that hockey culture and the NHL aren't homophobic? Okay, boys and girls, let's strap in. If you want a good read on this, check out this article. It's very in-depth. We should probably preface this conversation by saying that the first ever NHL player who came out as gay was in 2016. It wasn't very long ago. And in this article, he goes in depth about the trauma that he faced, both the internal hate and toxic masculinity, as well as what he saw from others around him, and the detrimental impact that all of this had on his mental health. Oh, and by the way, the first psychology paper that came out to talk about the rampant homophobia in sports came out in 1986. Or how about the time that an NHL player on live TV called somebody a homophobic slur? Or the former NHL player who sued his team and coach for sexual assault, part of which included anti-gay slurs. And hey, we're not even getting into the rest of the regular sexual assault issues when it comes to Hockey Canada, let alone the homophobia. Homophobia that seems to extend to the stands because an NHL fan was attacked for being gay. It's so bad that the University of Alberta literally did a whole research study on why gay hockey players don't come out of the closet. And it's pervasive in all levels of hockey, including the AHL, where a player was suspended for 8 games for his anti-gay language. And the dichotomy here is that a lot of players use homophobic language while saying that they would be accepting of a gay colleague, not really understanding why that might prevent somebody from coming out of the closet in the first place. There's also the Ron McLean thing, but I am willing to accept that maybe he didn't mean it in that way. You know who definitely meant it in that way? The St. Mike student who sexually assaulted another student on the hockey team. And I literally can't even describe what they did to him on TikTok because the video would get taken down. And like, once again, I am not even getting into the Hockey Canada stuff. You say that I have a warped definition of homophobia and that you don't see homophobia in the NHL, but it's literally staring at you in the face and calling you a slur. At least that's the reality that gay fans and gay players live with every day, even in 2023. Hockey is Canada's sport, and gay marriage has been legal in Canada for 2 decades, but people like you are really holding back the sport from truly letting all Canadians appreciate it properly.
I wanted to take the time to share my feelings regarding the incident yesterday in which Ivan Provorov decided not to participate in the Flyers' annual Pride Night warm-ups. I am, in general, pretty open and vocal about my support for the Flyers as a team and my distaste for the Flyers as an organization, and the way they handled this situation specifically absolutely irks me, but that's not what I want to touch on here. In this video specifically, I want to talk about the word choice Provorov used when defending his actions. In post-game media yesterday, Provorov said that he, and I quote, respects everybody's choices but was choosing to honor his own religion and beliefs. Personally, I feel that if your idea of respect includes blatant homophobia, you need to redefine that word. I also feel that religion has no place in this specific conversation, and only cowards hide their hatred behind an exclusionary God. The point is, Ivan Provorov could not even give the bare minimum, 30 minutes in a jersey he would never have to wear again. But that's okay in the long run, because queer fans aren't going anywhere.
Notice that everyone defending Ivan Provorov had a problem with Colin Kaepernick. Bigots and racists always expose themselves. We see you.
Provi, he's being true to himself.
It's a fucking lame-ass excuse, Tortorella. It's a lame-ass excuse. You, of all people, who know Brian Burke very well, and you knew his sons very well, you, of all people, to say this and to just stop it. Stop making excuses for these fucking people. You know what, Provorov? Why don't you go back to Russia where you were juicing? You know, Flyers fans, the LGBTQIA plus ones, we forgot about that. We didn't bring it up. We defended you. We fucking defended you. I'm done. I've been done.
Says hockey is for everyone night in support of LGBT.
Yeah, correct. It is a hockey is for everyone night, not a hockey is for everybody except those with religious beliefs that exempt them from that. And to be fair to most of the community, it's been a swift response saying, hey, what Ivan Provorov did by not participating in this is unacceptable. But citing religious beliefs for you not wanting to acknowledge that gay people should have rights is just not an excuse anymore. It's not 2003. The NHL did not go to Ivan Provorov and say, yeah, you have to be gay tonight. That's not what happened. It is not a political statement to say everybody should love whoever they want and should be afforded the same rights as anybody else. That's not a political statement. That's decent human rights. Okay? If you disagree, I do not care. I promise you.
I respect everybody's choices. My choice is to stay true to myself and my religion.
Listen, guys, I wasn't even all that offended by Provorov himself for what he said. But I feel like I gotta say something because there's a lot of good people that I'm close to on this thing that seem to be showing this guy some support, as if like we're supposed to embrace him and reward him for sticking up for his religion. It's kind of bullshit, guys. He didn't do anything courageous, okay? He refused to wear a rainbow jersey. He needs to learn that wearing a rainbow jersey doesn't mean that anyone's asking him to suck a dick. Okay? No one's asking him to be gay. They're not even asking him to say that the gay lifestyle is appropriate. No one's asking him to do that. When you wear a rainbow jersey, what you're saying is, I see you, LGBTQ plus community. I see you, and I love you, regardless of what differences we may have. That's what that's supposed to mean, right? Like, when it comes to, you know, the gay lifestyle, I try to think of it this way. I can't think of anything more disgusting than a Habs fan, right? But if I found out that Habs fans were being beaten, were being shot worldwide, you know, just absolutely violent, atrocious acts towards them just because of who they are, you damn right I would wear a Habs jersey to show them support, okay? So I know that might be a little immature of me to compare it like that, but it's a hockey channel. I'm trying to make, you know, a hockey reference here that maybe people can wrap their heads around, okay? So, no, this guy wasn't courageous. He didn't do anything that deserves any kind of positive recognition, all right? Show support for your fellow human beings, right? In the end, that's all we are. We're all just trying to do our best, okay? Hockey's for everybody.
I want to tell you all about this man, Philadelphia Flyers defenseman Ivan Provorov. In short, it was Pride Night for the Flyers, where players could choose between this right here, rainbow-themed numbers, or rainbow-themed tape on their sticks, seen right here. Again, this is only for warm-ups. And that's when Ivan Provorov decided, you know what, I'm not going to come out for warm-ups. But what was his reason? He cited his religion, which he says is Russian Orthodox, and also that he respects everybody. Now here's the thing. When looking at his religion, the patriarch said the so-called were a threat to families and added that when laws are detached from morality, they cease being laws people can accept. He equated this to that. And this is the same religion this guy subscribes to, which means they share the same patriarch who said that and also this. Via Time magazine, the patriarch has made similar comparisons between marriage equality and authoritarianism in the past, saying H unions were a form of Soviet totalitarianism that threatened humanity. They are also, no surprise, against same-sex marriage. Now, Provorov did this boycott after the NHL put together their Hockey is for Everyone initiative, including the celebration of Pride Night. What also makes this messed up is that it was a charity fundraiser. The sticks and jerseys were auctioned off with proceeds going towards underserved communities. What was also incredibly disappointing was this man, Flyers head coach John Tortorella, postgame. You know, this is the same John Tortorella who was never shy about going after anyone at any time over anything, including throwing water at a fan during a game. And he had Provorov's back. He would tell the media he appreciates how true Provorov is to himself and that he sticks to his beliefs. But this was after John Tortorella also went after Colin Kaepernick in the protests and said, if any of my players sit on the bench for the national anthem, they will sit there the rest of the game. That was in 2016. The hardest pill to swallow in all of this is not only that Provorov played, but that he hid behind the thin, veiled scripture to espouse bigotry, showing that hockey actually is not for everybody. As Outsports would write, nobody is saying that Provorov isn't free to refuse to wear a Pride jersey. The larger question is, how can a team truly express its support for LGBTQ people if it isn't willing to stand by them? Now that is a damn good question.
That was a military night, okay?
Right.
If anyone in Canada or in the States on a
If that was a military night, Provorov would have been ostracized and belittled, and people would have been burning his jerseys if he refused to wear some military appreciation jersey pregame for a game because of whatever beliefs, because of his Russian beliefs or whatever he wanted to believe. The problem with Provorov is if that's against your religion, then there's a problem with your religion. So you might want to rethink that. I mean, Kaepernick was ostracized because he took a knee because of compulsory playing of the national anthem before games, which is kind of ridiculous if you think about it. You might want to rethink your religion there, Provorov. And yeah, the Flyers should probably suffer some sort of consequences because of it. You know, whatever.
Orthodox religion. He did not take part in this.
So I find it funny that the same people that now love Provorov, he's now their new favorite player. They can't say enough good things about him. He's standing up for his rights and protesting and whatnot. Are the same people who hate Colin Kaepernick. So, yeah, I mean, what's up with that? And before you all go, oh, but his religious rights, and he doesn't need to because of his religion. Yeah, I agree. He doesn't need to. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't need to. He has that freedom. But guess what? Everyone else has the freedom to be upset with him. That's how freedom works. Freedom ain't free.